a promise that in 90 days I will double your money, and then later on Alvin heard that he is also about to earn the same money, so he put money. So in other words, there is no formal business partnership relationship here. More often than not, if you talk of pyramiding, there's no agreement. You don't have to sign anything. And as mentioned by Attorney Franz a while ago, you should check post-dated. You cannot run after the company, but a person who recruited you. So how can you run after the company? The other very, very common is there are no products. No products at all. They just sell papers, bogus securities. And how can you expect a return on that? There's no product at all. There's no agreement between you on how you will run the business or how you will earn. The compensation is basically coming from recruitment. And once that person who recruited you run away with the money, nothing. So, and how it was associated with, or how it is associated with MLM? Well, multi-level as it is. There are several layers.
Yes.
But basically, it's just like inviting people to this networking, which happen every day, anywhere. If you are into business, the way you should grow your business is through networking, through network of people, which is not bad. It is good.
Okay.
What makes it worse and bad is when you use other people's money for an illegal reason or illegal cause, like pretending that you will earn double in so many numbers, which is not. That's why I agree with Attorney Francis a while ago that before you venture into anything, whether it's small or big, you should take the initiative to really investigate. Don't hurry up, because some people are lured by the promise.
The promise of wealth.
Right.
Yes, right.
And so, pardon for the word, but I think it's greed for money. That's what I mean.
Exactly.
It's greed for money. And I think that's very common, especially when the economy is down. People are looking for opportunities and they want shortcuts.
Oh, yeah.
So,
And no matter, I believe that no matter how hard we research, these people are sweet talkers. They can talk you into anything. So, attorney, what is the very first step we should, let's say we were scammed, what's the very first step we should do?
Okay.
After panicking, of course.
Okay, first, if you decide to get into MLM, I think it's easier because all you need to check is are they members of the SAP?
Okay. Oh, that makes things easier.
Yes, but still, even though the DSAP also serves like a seal of good housekeeping, you also have to check, conduct your own due diligence, because you might be encountering distributors, who might be sweet talking into doing something, which could be, if you look at them, if you look at the actions, they could be violations of the association's code of ethics. So rely on the DSAP seal, yet also investigate on your own.
Yes.
And now, if you are into investments, first check if the company is registered with SEC. However, just being incorporated with the SEC is not enough. Okay. You must first check if the investment products that they are selling to the public are also approved by the SEC, because they cannot just sell securities. Because this promise of investment and amount, and then there will be a return after a period of time. Actually, it's a form of security. And it's actually a bond. But before you can offer that to the public, it still needs SEC approval.
Oh, okay.
So actually, if it's not incorporated with the SEC, well, that's already a giveaway. But if it's already incorporated, still check for the SEC license to distribute securities. It's not automatic.
How do we check that? I'm just here. How do we check? Can we just go to
Yeah,
SEC?
you can go to SEC and check if this company is authorized to sell this much securities.
This information is open to the
Yes,
public.
yes.
Oh, good.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Okay. So we have a question. All right, from Ed Torado. Is guaranteeing on profit? Wait, is guaranteeing on profit is okay? Let's try to rephrase this question. Is guaranteeing profit a scam like insurance assurance, or just insufficiency or dumbness? Like I think the question is if you guarantee
Yeah,
profit,
profit.
is that a scam in itself?
Actually, that's already a sign that it is a scam. Yeah.
Warning
But
bells.
how about, I mean, Ador, how about if it's a bank? They guarantee profit, don't
Well, I think the basic question is if it's too good to be true. There is a likelihood that it is
It
a
is.
scam. What I'm trying to say is if the profit guarantee is not that huge enough, say for example, if you are guaranteeing a profit of say 50%, which even central bank cannot
Yes,
give,
I know.
that is already a scam. But if the
Okay.
guarantee of profit is within the one allowed by law, say 2% or 3% or 5% probably, or at the most is, well, depending on the time of investment, because there should be a parameters defined for someone to guarantee a profit, then there is a chance that it is legal. But what I'm trying to say is it becomes a scam if the guarantee of profit or on profit is too good to be true.
So
And
red
too good-
flags up na. Huh?
Right, exactly. And I just want to point out, Attorney Franz mentioned a very good point a while ago, that being registered with the SEC or with the being or having a license to operate is not a guarantee that the business is legitimate. In fact, that's what we learned when we went to SEC. There are a lot of investment companies who pretend to be investors, that they can issue bonds